Just moments away. It's the Titans and the Rams, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
A lot has changed since these two met in Super Bowl 34, and off we go between the Rams and Titans.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 83 yards.
And the Titans are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Stafford. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. They snap it to Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. On 2nd and goal, Tannehill. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield, because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Off play action, Tannehill. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Man open, that's Chester Rogers. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep. They curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Going up top for Cup. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Stafford going to give this to Akers, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. It's now 3rd and goal. Akers again, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 4th down, Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Rolling to his right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love
touchdown. That's caught. Ryan Tannehill with a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown.
And the Titans have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Rams ready to go on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
On first down at Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half. And once about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Room here to run. Pushing his way through. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. action. It's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 11, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this offense, yeah, they keep wanting more, but they kind of got to be careful here, CD. I mean, we're still in the third quarter. This game isn't over yet.
I would agree with you there because while they've had all kinds of success and hit on some deep balls like this, the one thing they can't do is start to get loose with the football. A lot of time left, as you mentioned, and if they keep turning it over, they'll bring them back into the game.
Watch the out. He's crossing. He's checking credit.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense. A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receiver, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Runs over him, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15.
It's taking a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hey, middle.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Flush to his right. And that'll be caught by Cup.
7 yards, the pickup there. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. On the move to his left. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Henry. And his second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Tannehill now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Looking deep for Julio. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to...
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20, 10, 5, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work. He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe. On second down, Akers. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he's got some space here. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
1st down, Tennessee.
Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To the 35 now as as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Bullock's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Set to kick off.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And his throw is incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. On 2nd and 10, Stafford.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. It's a big play there on 4th and 10.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play action. Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Akers will score. Touchdown, L.A. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Tennessee offense set to go again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Rams 27. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Elijah Molden.
Can't be stopped. You see me out here? That's right. We can't.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gay taking off for Los Angeles.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere. To no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill.
Check down here for Henry.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Henry. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a 1-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Will put this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 6. A minute 25 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. This is caught. It's Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Stafford now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Throwing Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. He's going to let it go again. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First throw in overtime for Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jeffrey Simmons bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On the handoff, it's Akers. Escapes the defender. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.